Hey, what's up guys, CKid here, and the other day was the announcement of the iPhone XS, XS Max, and the XR. Now, mainly in this video, I'm going to be talking to those who have an iPhone 8 or below on whether I think it is worth for you guys to do an upgrade. Now, if you have an iPhone X, then I am going to be doing a separate video for you guys about that, so stay tuned to the channel on that following this video. So let's not waste any more of your time, let's get right into it. Hey, what's going on? This CKid, and I'm back with more hotness like a third degree. Burn, you learn the words embedded memory. I'm giving inside tech, it's like a secrecy. Now this is where I was, and this is where I will be. By showing love and likes in the comments is basic chemistry. It ain't just a thought, this is what I foresee. Now hit that subscribe button right now and make reality. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome back. Now as you all know, I still have my iPhone 6 Plus, and I came to find out from my previous video and my live stream that I did the other day that a lot of you guys out there still have older model iPhones as well. So it was kind of refreshing to hear that I'm not the only one. So I thought I would go ahead and put something together to talk about if I think it is worth making that jump to the latest model, and if so, to what model should you jump. Now I'm also going to be sharing with you guys at the end of this video which one that I'm personally planning on pre-ordering on this Friday, so stay tuned for that. Now quick spec recap for those who haven't seen my previous video. Apple announced 3 different models ranging in sizes from 5.8 inch to 6.5, with the XS Max being the larger of the 3 and the XS being the smaller of the 3. Now the XS models come in 64, 256, and 512 gigs of internal storage, while the XR comes in 64, 128, and 256. Now why they didn't just put the same amount of storage in all 3 models? Trust me, that's the same question that I have. But I was happy to see a 512 gig model, so I guess baby steps. The XS models both have a Super Retina OLED displays, while the XR has what they're calling a Liquid Retina HD LCD display, which to me, when they announced that name and showed that on the screen, all I saw and heard was LCD. Like, we're still making LCD screens in 2018? Really, Apple? Now, I'm one of you guys' biggest fans, and I don't understand that move. It just seems like a rebranded iPhone 5C, but let's just go ahead and keep going. Now, all models are rocking that new A12 chip, which I have to say, when they talked about it, it was pretty impressive of a processing chip and seemed pretty powerful, but disappointing at the same time, because price differences wise from the iPhone XR to the XS Max is pretty significant, but they're still rocking the same processing chip. Whatever, let's move on. I mean, I can get more into the specs, but I don't want to waste too much time on that since I've already highlighted that in another video. So I will have that link below as well as up here on the screen so you guys can check that out. All right, so now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, let's now actually talk about if you are coming from an older model iPhone, being the iPhone 8 model and down, if I think that you should actually make the switch. Well, first, let's actually start with the iPhone 8 because I think it's one of the most complicated and conflicting one out of the iPhone bunch that we're talking about making that upgrade. So my quick answer is no, I would not make the switch, and here's why. Honestly, the XS and the XS Max are an exact replica of the iPhone X, which I will be talking more about this in detail when I do this same style video for the iPhone X users. Trust me, that's going to be a good video. I feel like if iPhone 8 users really wanted to go with the all-screen and notch at the top look, that they would have done it by now with the iPhone X model. And since the iPhone X and these new XS and XR models are primarily the same when it comes to design-wise and even specs, I just don't even think it's the right time to actually upgrade, especially when we're talking $1,000+ that you would have to shell out for something that's not that much different from the iPhone X that you already skipped out on when that one was available. All right, so side note, if you noticed on Apple's website, they have completely removed the iPhone X model from its site. I wonder why. But don't worry, we'll definitely touch on that in the next video. Now, camera-wise, you have the exact same dual 12-megapixel wide-angle and telephoto camera that the new models have, so you still will get those same crispy photos and videos on yours, just like the newer models. Now, the only major difference that I saw was design by no longer having that home button and the ability to be able to change that depth of field after the photo has been taken to adjust that blurry background if you want to do that. So no, if it was me, I wouldn't make the upgrade if I had an iPhone 8. Now, if you're like me and have an iPhone 6 Plus or iPhone 7 or anything below that, then I would absolutely make the switch, because phone-wise and features-wise, you're stepping into 2018 and 2019 world of smartphones. A lot of things have changed that I mentioned earlier on phones that we just can't experience with these older models. For example, the camera game has completely changed and been redesigned since the iPhone 7 and below. Battery life has been drastically increased, screen resolutions way better with OLED models, wireless charging, and just a slew of other things. Which leads me to why I wouldn't even look at the iPhone XR's way, because I feel like in 2018 there should not be a mentioning of LCD displays on a smartphone. That is old technology, and if you're going to be making a jump, then you want to actually get that quality visual appearance when streaming videos on YouTube, watching Netflix, Hulu, flying your DJI drone while viewing live 4K video feed. LCD was great for an era, but now it's not something that I will upgrade my older model phone to. All right, last but not least, the model that I will be getting is the iPhone XS Max in either the space gray or the gold color, and Ashley will be getting the iPhone XS. Now, I'm still crossed between the 64 or 256 of storage, but I'm leaning more towards that 64 gigs because I use Google Photos to store all of my photos, and videos I typically unload to a backup drive, so 64 gigs will most likely be what I go with, but we'll just have to wait and see. Well, guys, that about wraps up this video. Let me know in the comments below, what were your thoughts about the event overall? What were some of the things that you guys wish that they would have talked about? Drop me a comment below and let's get the conversation started. If I helped you guys out in any way in this video, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, as well as consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks again for watching, and everyone who joined me on the live stream, shout out to you guys. It was a cool experience hanging with you guys. Yeah, that pretty much wraps this up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.